What's such about for another reaction? In today's video, we have Luis Enrique warned us about Kvaratskhelia. My left winger. Let's get into this. My left winger by Nate. Oh my gosh. If it wasn't a World Cup year, this nigga would probably win Ballon d'Or. I'm not even trolling.
Oh, and the run over Kvaratskhelia! To Kvaratskhelia!
Who's gonna sign this player will sign one of the best talents around.
You have to show them that you are really Kvaratskhelia. So
Kvaratskhelia has ruined his career by moving to PSG.
Yep, I heard all that noise. I heard all that shit y'all was saying. I'm a PSG fan. I heard all that shit y'all was saying.
January 17th, 2025. Napoli are top of Serie A. Title contenders. Their best player just asked to leave. They sold him for 70 million euros. The Italian media called it a fair deal. Everyone moved on. 5 months later, he scored in the Champions League final. PSG won 5-0. 16 months later, he scored twice in a Champions League semi-final against Bayern Munich. 2 shots, 2 goals, 37 touches. The player Napoli fans called selfish is now breaking records that Dembélé set in his Ballon d'Or season. One man saw all of this coming before Kvaratskhelia had played a single minute for PSG. His name was Luis Enrique, and he told everyone exactly what he had. Before we get into what Enrique saw, you need to understand what Kvaratskhelia is right now. 10 Champions League goals, 5
Damn, this quality good as fuck. You know you an AI clinker voice.
Champions League assists, 14 appearances in Europe this season. That's a new PSG record, surpassing Dembélé's Ballon d'Or season. He has been directly involved in a goal in 6 consecutive Champions League knockout appearances. The night before the Bayern game, Luis Enrique stood in front of the cameras and described him like this: Kvara is a different player. When we signed him, we knew beforehand his quality. Not only technical or physical, but his quality as a person. He is a warrior, a player who transmits very positive sensations with the ball. And without the ball, it's a real pleasure as a coach. Not a player who scores goals. A warrior. There's a reason he used that word. To understand what Luis Enrique saw, you have to understand what everyone else was seeing instead. At Napoli, Kvaratskhelia was electric, 14 goals and 14 assists in his debut season, Scudetto winner, Serie A Most Valuable Player, Champions League Young Player of the Season. The city called him Kvaradona, a reference to Maradona. Every family in Naples had pictures of Maradona. That's how much that nickname meant. He was the best player in Italy. Liverpool wanted him. Manchester United and Barcelona wanted him. Every major club in Europe was watching. Then Antonio Conte arrived at Napoli, a manager who wanted structure, discipline, defensive commitment. And Kvaratskhelia, for all his brilliance, wasn't fully bought in. Napoli kept...
Like, this nigga been doing this since Napoli. Like, I don't know why you niggas thought that this was a bad transfer. Him transferring the PSG was bad. That's probably what you Premier League fans that wanted the nigga on y'all team. Like,
trying to extend his contract. He refused.
bro, why don't PSG have no like the collar jerseys, bro? We need a collar jersey, bro. Like, this shit's so hard.
They pushed. He submitted a transfer request. Conte stood in front of the cameras and said, "Personally, I feel very disappointed because I spent 6 months trying to make Kvara feel at the center of the project, working with him, showing him that we could do something great, and also working with the club for 6 months on the renewal. From my point of view, it's a great disappointment." The Italian media said Kvaratskhelia
Gang, Italy don't got no money. Y'all don't got no money to re-sign this nigga. Y'all ain't got no money.
was selfish, that he was abandoning a title challenge, that he was choosing money over loyalty. Before he left, Kvaratskhelia went to the Maradona mural in the Spagnoli district at 3 in the morning to avoid the crowds. He stood there and looked up. "I could not leave without visiting this special place. Here he is admired above all else. Goodbye, Diego. Goodbye, Napoli." The city called him a traitor. They said he abandoned them. What he actually did was choose the right coach over the right city. Luis Enrique didn't sign Kvaratskhelia because he needed a winger. PSG had Dembélé, they had Barcola, they had Doué. 3 of the most dangerous attackers in European football. They didn't need another forward. Enrique signed him because he saw something specific, the defensive problem. PSG press from the front. Every player presses. That's not optional. It's the system. When Mbappe was there, it didn't work because Mbappe didn't press. The whole system leaked
That clip was funny as hell. Like Luis Enrique yelling at that nigga Mbappe.
from the top. Dembélé learned to press. It won him the Ballon d'Or. But Enrique needed more. He needed a player who already understood that freedom and responsibility aren't opposites. They're the same thing. Kvaratskhelia confirmed it himself. Technically, I was just as good at Napoli, but I have improved a lot defensively with Luis Enrique. He really pushed me. With this coach, we have to defend like defenders. That's not a winger talking. That's a player who understood what Enrique was building, and Enrique knew it from day one. He called for patience publicly when Kvara's first months were quiet, said there was no rush, said the team was in good form. That patience had a reason. He had done this before. He waited with Dembélé. He excluded Dembélé from a Champions League game as punishment and called it the best decision of his year. He knew exactly how long transformation takes when you trust the process. His first months at PSG were quiet, mostly a substitute, adjusting, learning the system. Kvaratskhelia explained it himself. The hardest part
The car, this nigga kind of look like Messi a little bit. Like he look like Messi, bro. Like a little bit. Like
is that a winter signing can be difficult for the coach. You join a team mid-season. The adaptation time is short, but something was building. By the
gang, ain't no adaptation gang. I ain't gonna lie, gang. Our league is shit. Like
2024-25 Champions League run, Kvaratskhelia was unplayable. He scored in the final against Inter, 5-0. First Georgian ever to score in a European club final. Napoli won Serie A that same season.
oh my gosh, Pepe, bro. I just seen him. Oh my god.
Partly built on the 70 million euros they received for him. Everyone called it a fair deal. Both sides won. Then, this season happened. 10 Champions League goals in 14 appearances. A new PSG record. 2 goals against Bayern in a semi-final. One of those, cutting inside from the left, curling past Neuer. The kind of goal that makes a stadium go quiet before it erupts. Kvaratskhelia said this week, "What struck me most about him was the kind of person he is and how he treats his players. When someone comes to you calmly and explains everything, then the player tries even harder to understand and perform even better. He makes you feel, both on and off the pitch, that you have to give your all for him, for the club, and for all the fans. He treats you with such respect and clarity. That's what Napoli under Conte couldn't give him. That's what made him leave a title challenge. That's what Enrique had on offer from day one." Liverpool decided against submitting a bid when Napoli agreed to sell. They won the Premier League that season, finished the job without him. Good timing. Then this season arrived. Liverpool were eliminated from the Champions League in the quarterfinals. Arne Slot benched Salah for the quarterfinal against the same PSG that signed Kvaratskhelia instead of them. Kvaratskhelia scored in that quarterfinal. Liverpool's window to sign him was January 20.
Look at what he doing to Liverpool. And y'all don't think we're not about to do this to Arsenal? Like we about to dog Arsenal. I'm telling y'all, bro. I don't care about no Salib. I don't care about no Ben White. Like, gang, y'all niggas better hope Timber come back.
2025. They had the scouting reports. They knew what he was. They chose not to act. PSG acted. Enrique acted. And the player who left a Serie A title challenge because he wanted the right environment, the player Napoli fans called selfish, is now breaking Champions League records and telling anyone who asks that his coach changed everything. Napoli got 70 million euros and a Serie A title. Fair enough. PSG got the new PSG
And who the hell they signed with that 70 million?
record holder for Champions League contributions in a single season. And Luis Enrique, he got exactly what he said he was getting. A warrior. When Kvaratskhelia asked to leave Napoli, Antonio Conte said he'd failed to convince him. When Liverpool chose not to bid, they presumably had other plans. When Napoli fans called him selfish, they hadn't seen what a coach with the right system could do with him. Luis Enrique saw it, said it, and built the evidence one game at a time. The second leg is scheduled for May 7th in Munich, with PSG currently holding a 5-4 aggregate lead.
We won.
Kvaratskhelia has been directly involved in a goal in each of his last 6 Champions League knockout appearances. Luis Enrique warned us. The only question is whether anyone is still surprised.
Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out. Deuces.